Keto in the Chaos. My name is Tammy, and I have a fun little tag for you today. So, if you are doing a ketogenic diet currently, this tag is for you. I want everybody that is in my keto community to do this tag. Come back here and comment and let me know you did it, and I'll come and check out your answers because I'm really curious. I thought it would be fun since we're going into 2018 and everybody's thinking about goals and where they want to go in their next year of life, where you want to go with keto and that kind of thing. And I've also been developing some questions to ask some of my friends who are doing keto for future interviews, and I thought this would make the best tag for 2018. So instead of just tagging a couple of you, a lot of you do keto, and I'd like to see a lot of you do this tag. If you do not have a channel, I would still like to see your answers. So if you feel brave enough, you could copy the questions, fill them out, and then copy your answers here in the comments. I'd love to know your answers on why you're doing a ketogenic diet. So here goes the keto tag. Question number 1. How did you hear about keto? So this time last year, I was actually gearing up for our New Year's Eve party. I knew that something had to give. My weight was at an all-time high. My blood pressure was out of control. I was seriously afraid for my life and afraid that my kids weren't gonna have a mom. I was extremely depressed, and I was just trying to find a way out. I remember on New Year's Eve, I ate this last chewy gooey brownie with ice cream and just thought, this is my final meal, it's my last meal. I shall never eat sugar again. And the next morning I dove into a kind of a ketogenic diet that I kind of made up on my own. Basically I was doing low fat, zero carb, and minimal protein. I was eating very little food. And I did drop about 8 or 9 pounds that first week, and someone asked me what I was doing, and I explained it, and they said, oh, so you're doing keto. And this light bulb went off, and I was like, wait a minute, this is a thing? I had no idea. I was just desperate because I was on the edge of being, calling doctors and scheduling surgeries, which everyone who knows me knows I'm extremely against. And I was that desperate, and so this was just a last-ditch effort for me to try and do something about my weight before it was too late, before I jumped into the surgery ship. Which, there's nothing wrong with surgery. My mom's had surgery. I know other people who've done it successfully, and it's been great. But for me, it seemed like a last resort kind of deal. Anyway, so a friend of mine, the friend that had mentioned keto, she added me to the Ketogenic Dieters group on Facebook, and whoa, my life was forever changed. God was giving me an answer. Oh! Seriously though, yes, He was giving me the answer to my prayers. I had been praying and praying and praying, and this was the answer. So I had never heard of keto, so I didn't really realize that the kind of keto that I was doing was different from most people. And I dove into it, I memorized it, I absorbed it, I lived it. From the second I found the pinned post on Ketogenic Dieters, I was in and sold. And I dropped weight so fast and was so successful, and that's how I found keto. So, thank you so much to Laura, who I'm not even friends with on Facebook anymore, for adding me to that group. Like, girl, you saved me. If you're watching this, thank you. Okay, question number 2. When did you start? So I kind of answered that in the last question, but basically I started January 1st, 2017. Didn't start official keto, the way I do it now, until the following week. But I consider my first day of keto to be January 1st, 2017, which means my keto-versary is coming up in 2 days. Oh my gosh, can't even believe it. Question number 3, why did you start? I also answered that. I just felt like it was the answer to my prayers. I was so scared, and I needed a way to do something. I needed some control over my life, and so keto just seemed like the answer, and that's why I went for keto. How much weight have you lost? So I don't want to give away that just yet because I'm going to be doing a big Ketoversary video, but to suffice it to say that it's well over 130 pounds in the year that I've been doing keto. Yep, I know, right? Can't even believe it still. Let's see. Question number, I should have numbered these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Question number 5. What struggles have you had implementing keto? Good question. You know, I've had some struggles. You know, in the beginning it's really difficult when you are switching from glycogen burning to fat burning mode. You really get hungry and you really crave the sweets and stuff like that. But honestly, my life has been so much better from the moment I started keto that I just can't think of any particular struggles. Yes, it's difficult. I couldn't do it without my husband. He does a lot of the cooking. I am not the best cook. I'm sorry, guys. I know you want recipes, but I am not the best cook. And cooking is really not my thing. Kind of like cleaning, not my thing. I'm trying, I'm struggling, I'm getting better at it. And it's been a year, and I am a lot better cook now than I was at the beginning. But so the struggles have been like, my husband has had a lot more struggles than me because he's had to make multiple meals because we have kids with allergies, and then we have both of us who are keto, and he has to make meals that work for everybody. And so often he makes 2 or 3 meals a night, and sometimes it takes hours of prep and we don't eat till really late at night. And so that has kind of been a struggle, just making it fit and making it work, but it's important enough to us to make it work. So we have just done that. And occasionally I'll have a really big craving for like a gummy bear, because gummy bears are like my nemesis. I'd really like to learn to make some gummy bears maybe, but I'm too afraid that that will be a slippery slope item for me. Chocolate is not a slippery slope. I found that I'm perfectly capable of eating a small amount of chocolate and moving on. No binging, but sugar-free gummy bears might not be the same kind of deal. But anyway, those have been my struggles. I haven't really had many. It's just been like, my life has been golden since I started keto. How has keto changed your relationship with food? Immensely. No longer am I able to use food to numb my feelings. And the first day that you come face to face with who you really are, like I was telling my friends last night, it's kind of like that scene in Never Ending Story when Atreyu comes up to the mirror and he has to face and see who he truly is. That is what happens when you take away that food veneer. When you are able to remove the facade and see who you really are and face your problems, your depression, your struggles, and you're not able to numb yourself anymore with food and use it as medicine. You have to really deal with it, and you have to learn to deal with it in a healthy way. That has been really eye-opening for me and has really changed my relationship. But I realized through this that I really wasn't using food as a numbing technique as often as I thought I was. And I was really able to deal with it and to deal with my problems and emotions better because keto keeps my hormones so level and my blood sugar's not going up and down. And so I'm able to deal with things more efficiently and with way less emotion than this time last year. I was an emotional yo-yo all the time. So keto has definitely helped to change that. And also I realized that a lot of times I'm just eating out of boredom. I spend a lot of times waiting for my kids. Can you imagine if I was doing this much dance? Because we added a lot more this year. I wasn't doing this much dance stuff last year. My girls, all 3 of my girls that you see a lot on my channel joined competition teams this year for jazz and contemporary and ballet. Those things they've never competed before, and so it's a lot more dance this year. I'm at the studio a lot more, and I can just see there's a McDonald's right next to the studio. I bet you $1 bazillion I'd be eating McDonald's every single time I'm down there. I am so grateful for keto because I'd probably be 500 pounds right by now if I hadn't found it. Like, I seriously would eat out of boredom whenever I'm waiting for my kids, which is a lot of time. And so I've had to find other ways to combat my boredom. YouTube helps because I can do my little mom life vlogs and like talk to you guys. my phone. I play a lot more silly games on my phone than I used to. I just try and find things to distract myself from being bored, and that's been really, really helpful and really eye-opening. I didn't realize I ate so much food purely to pass the time. Okay, next question. Has keto changed anything in other areas of your life? Yes. Every single area of my life is changed. So, firstly, the food relationship is changed. But being on keto and burning fat instead of sugar for energy, I mean, I literally have limitless energy. I can keep going way further than I used to be able to. So my physical endurance is better. My physical strength is better, especially on this high protein keto. Like my friend was talking about last night, she's able to lift 60 and 70 pound boxes now, whereas 8-9 months ago, she couldn't move them across the floor hardly. So our strength has changed. I haven't noticed that much because I don't go lifting 60 to 70 pound boxes, but I do know this, that I am thinner now at this weight than I was last time I lost weight on a different lower protein diet. Then I was a lower weight then, and I'm the same weight now, but I am wearing smaller clothes. Like I'm almost grown out, like smaller than all of the ones I bought last time I lost weight using a lower protein kind of ketogenic diet that I didn't even know was keto. So, and the next thing that has changed, my spirituality is so much different. I used to feel like I was a pretty spiritual person. I talk to God every day, I pray, I try to keep Him in my thoughts, I try and do the things I'm supposed to in order to feel His presence with me. I'm a strong believer in God and His workings in our lives, and oh my gosh, you guys, with keto, I can actually use my brain, think clearly, hear Him guiding me, and know for sure He's guiding me, instead of it being yo-yo-y emotions and me questioning things all the time. So those of you who don't believe in God, you probably are just going, rah, rah, rah. And that's fine. I totally am okay with that. But for me personally, I really feel like I can sense when I'm supposed to do certain things, when I'm supposed to change certain things. With my YouTube channel, He's helped me know when to do shifts with my channel, and I just feel like everything falls into place now. I feel like everything in my life just makes more sense because I'm able to use my brain more clearly. My function is greatly improved as a human being. I am way less emotional. My kids love that I don't yell so much. I don't break down all the time. I don't sink into horrible depressions where I can't leave my room for weeks at a time. All of these things that I struggled with my whole life that I thought were normal, I've realized I was living in this horrible place. And now I'm just in like normal land, and it's fabulous. Literally greater than the weight loss, greater than the physical blessings are the emotional clarity that keto has given me. And I don't know if that it will give that to everyone. I don't know if I have some kind of food allergies to the things that I was eating. It's a good chance. My son has a food allergy to wheat and becomes extremely violent when he has it. So the chance that I have a sensitivity like that and now going off of those foods has helped me that way is high. But you know what? Like most of the people that I know that are doing keto have a lot more smooth hormonal level. So even it hasn't like fixed everybody's depression, it hasn't fixed everybody's anxiety, but it has greatly improved their ability to deal with it. So let's see, next question. Do you see keto as a sustainable way of life? Heck yes! Are you kidding me? I feel so great. I don't feel deprived. I do not feel hungry. I get plenty of food. I get plenty of things I love to eat. I never feel like I'm being burdened by a diet. I can absolutely 100% say that I am keto for life. That is my plan. I mean, we never know what might derail us in the future, but as for now, I totally see a ketogenic way of eating being completely sustainable for life. So right now I am eating, like I explained in a Oh no, I didn't. Like I will explain in a video on Monday. Whoops. Right now I am eating a higher protein level. Well, I'm eating a standard protein level for average lean muscle mass. And then I am using my fat as a lever. So right now my fat is way down here because I'm burning this, baby. And when I'm done burning this and I have reached my goal and I feel happy with where my body is at, then I will raise my fat up until I stop losing and eat my maintenance calories. But my protein shall not change. I am not messing with the protein number. And I'll tell you more about that on Monday, but that is the way I do keto, and I definitely see it being sustainable at maintenance calories. Heck yeah, why not? And I'm looking forward to having some fat bombs, because one thing about these low-fat keto is you don't get to have any of that fun stuff that all the other keto channels are talking about. So once I hit maintenance, I might have to have me a couple of those fun little things. Okay, so next question. Would you recommend a ketogenic diet to others? What do you think? That's the whole point of my channel. I recommend it. You should try it. If you're not already doing it, jump on the keto bandwagon with us. Feel amazing, be happy, lose fat. There you go. Let's see. And the final question. What are your keto goals for 2018? So, my keto goals for 2018 are as follows. Number 1, stay keto. No cheats, no breaks, no cheat meals, no sugar, zero, nada. That's my goal. 2018. I made it all the way through 2017, and I only one time went over my carbs, and that was because I had to eat a stupid Chex Mix for BioLife to do plasma donation. That's way back in the day in the life, if you're really curious. That is the only time I ate anything over my carbs, and it was only, I think that day was only a 67-gram day, so it wasn't so horrible. I have not had any dessert cheat meals of any kind. The only kinds of cheats that I do, they're not cheats. Everything's keto. Sometimes I have higher fat days when I feel like it. There you go. And that's how I intend to do 2018. My action goal for 2018, I really would like to do some lifting. I haven't really worked that out. My husband has access to a place, but he has limited time that he can go, and so I don't know if I'm able to go in enough to do any good. I really would like to start it. I don't know if I'll be starting it right away. I do have a goal for that, but it's not like a strict New Year resolution kind of goal because I'm still not exactly sure how to do that. But my goal is I definitely want to be a little bit more active in 2018. Now that I can use my body more. Not because I'm trying to use it to help me lose fat, because I don't believe that's going to help with that. Other than building muscle will burn more fat, which is why I want to do lifting. But I just want to be more active just because it's more fun. So there's that. Oh, somebody is at my house. Was there any more goals for 2018? No, but I do have some advice for those of you who are thinking of making your New Year's resolution goals. When I started out January 1st, 2017, it was just my goal to plug through keto one day at a time. One foot in front of the other, one meal in front of the other, as best I could do it. I had no pounds lost goals for the year. I definitely recommend you don't do that because everybody loses fat at a different rate. So my average has been about 10 pounds a month, except for the first beginning time where I lost, 18-ish, 18 to 15 to 13, kind of went down that way, and then I kind of settled into 10 pounds a month. This month has been pretty slow, actually, from the past weigh-ins. If you've been around here, you know that December has been a struggle for some reason. But for the most part, I've lost about 10 pounds a month, but I had no idea that that would happen, and it doesn't happen for everybody. Don't set yourself up for failure by making a pounds lost goal. Do like Keto Connect suggests in one of their videos, and do action goals. So your action goals would be basically I am going to stay keto, perfectly keto with no cheats for the first 6 weeks of 2017 or something like that. Give yourself a goal that has an action to it. I'm going to be more active. I'm going to change things. I was watching a keto mass this morning by Holista, and she had this great suggestions on some things that you could do that were all action goals for 2018. And I highly recommend going to Holista and checking out her channel and watching that video because she had some really great ideas. All right, so thank you guys. This was a fun keto tag. I know it's a little bit more serious than most tags that are out there, but I'm serious. If you're doing keto, tag, you're it.